Hello and welcome to London Players Guild. I am your Guildmaster Scott Sedman, and I am joined by Peter.
I am Peter.
I don't know what that is, like Pinocchioing up in here in your like little turtle, so you're not dying of hypothermia. We are here with Graded for Vicious Rejuvenation. Peter, what is Graded as you sort out your luscious locks? What are you doing?
I'm cold.
That's not an excuse. So,
Graded is where me and Scott, being bored as we are and loving the card games as we do, we look at the newest cards from a given expansion or product and look at it and decide if we like it design-wise, if it's balanced, how does it wage against all we know about the card game so far. How do we feel it's going to play out? This is all done before we tested any of that.
Mhm.
And we're giving a grade. Like in school, F for failing and S for success.
for being super card games.
Yes. So far we had one theme getting S. That was Draft Box 6, but the whole product did not get S. So...
No, it did not.
It did not.
It did not. So, starting off with the black Graded, we've already done red and the ultimate deck. I was going to say ultimate box. That's such a frustrating thing to not get wrong. Let's go and buy ultimate box in 2020. Let's not do that.
Please don't.
Let's not do that.
Although people need the forced absorption.
That's true.
Forced absorption.
Absorption, not Mechikabura, Dabura. Nope, not Dabura, Demigra.
The Nigra.
I know my characters. So we're starting off with Son Goku and Vegeta leader. Oh, look, they're doing a fusion dance. I wonder what's going to happen.
I wonder, we have both characters on the card.
Both characters, both Xeno.
Yeah.
Auto, once per turn. I should mention it's got 10k power. That might be helpful.
Yeah.
Auto, once per turn. When you play a battle card using Union Fusion skill, draw a card. Okay. When this card attacks, draw a card. Then add up to one card from your life to hand. So standard auto effect there. For the
It's reversed.
yeah, normally you take a life,
And then draw.
This
Yeah.
time you draw and then add up a life. I mean, I actually prefer it that way. Like this way, because obviously, if you need
It
a
gives you
card,
more information, right?
yeah, thank you. That's it. That's what I was looking for. And then the activate main, the gem of this card. Send up to 5 cards from the top of your deck to your warp. It's not milling. Do not worry. The time agents are not going to be broken. It goes straight to your warp, top 5, and you'll be like, Scott, why? I can't use my overrealm skill. We'll find out later. It's Awaken of your life is at 4 or less, draw 1 and tap 1. Peter, what do you make of the front side?
I don't know what you want me to say. It's a very generic front side. Usually leaders have something that really jumps out at you, like King Piccolo. Or it's their awakened side that matters. So front side is it just a generic card with a feel to it? With that warp 5? And you know it's going to go for Union Fusion, right?
Yeah, the fun thing is, does that like sparkly thing in the middle not remind you of when Cabba's trying to teach Khalifa to go Super Saiyan? He's like, bring the sparkles out on your back.
A bit, but it also looks like the Gogeta leader from set 7.
Yes, it does. Yeah, you're right. So we'll flip over to reveal Gogeta Fateful Fusion. Now, this is my second favourite looking version of Gogeta. It's the Xeno version. Less colour, but more badass in my opinion. What do you actually make of the Xeno design for Gogeta? I don't think we've really talked about the Xeno designs, and I kind of want to hear your opinion on them.
It reminds me of Goku Black.
I can see that. Yeah.
It just feels more like a villain than a hero.
It's the more black, right? It's yeah. I can see that. Yeah. So Fateful Fusion is a 15k. No, my TV is going to shut down. I don't want that to happen. Also, once per turn, when you play a battle card using Union Fusion, draw a card. When this card attacks, draw a card, and then send up to 5 cards from the top of your deck to your warp. So
there's a difference here. Rather than be activate main, it's a part of the attack.
Yes. and is an auto skill. Activate main once per turn. Add 1 card from your life to your hand. So they've kind of swapped it around there. And then choose up to 2 of your black battle cards with an energy cost of 1. They get 10k power until the end of your opponent's next turn. That's important to note. Peter?
So it's easier to defend the 1-drop battle cards.
Yes.
It's a very peculiar skill because this leader doesn't have alternative awakening. So you need to go down to 4 life or play results of training.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
It's too slow of a card. But you need to go down to 4 life. So if you already awaken at 4 life, that means you can use this skill up to 3 times. And you don't really want to use it 3 times. I don't think you will use this this skill more than once.
Okay, that's fair. We'll get into why and what this skill's all about after we go over our next leader here, Shroom and Salsa. Now, Peter, I'm not a guy to brag, but I totally fucking called this.
To be honest, it's a leader I'm in love with at the moment.
I'll let you break it down then. Go ahead.
I'm surprised that they managed to make 2 sets in a row. They managed to make a leader, that black leader, on top of that I'm interested in, because I really don't like black as a color.
No, you don't. And it's also really cool to see the Western debut of Shroom and Salsa. It's I love it. So yeah, run us
so
through.
It's a Demon Realm race and Demon God.
Important.
When it attacks, you draw a card. So it's a typical just draw a card. Once per turn, if this card is in a battle, so this card needs to be battling.
Or get battled against, right?
Attacking.
Yeah, I was good. Yeah, okay, yeah.
When you use a black battle card in a combo, your opponent sends 1 battle card from their drop to their warp. This is not optional. The moment you combo, your opponent needs to do that. It's not you can choose to make them do that or things like that now. Then, and this is a really fun thing, if there are no battle cards in your opponent's drop area, draw 1 card. If your opponent had 0 or 1 battle card in the drop area when you combo with a black battle card, you will draw a card, because it checks not if your opponent failed to send a battle card, but if after sending a battle card from drop to warp, there are no battle cards.
Ah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
And you have dual awakening. Either your life is 4 or less, or more likely, your opponent has 4 or more cards in the warp.
I love that.
You draw 1 card and untap 1 energy. Yeah,
I love that.
It's a very interesting way of doing things. Definitely would slow down some of the decks who like to go through cards, who like their sparking. And overwhelm decks, the first overwhelm they do, the deck is just like awaken.
Yeah, that's
because you just overwhelmed. Because I can awaken.
Mm-hmm.
It's punishing your opponent for awakening.
Overwhelming.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah, that's fine. And then we flip over into Shroom and Salsa, Might of the Demon Gods.
I need this in the foil.
Oh, it's so cool.
Again, when this card attacks, draw 1 card. It's a 15,000 leader. Has the same skill as on the front side, the auto. So if this card is in a battle, the difference here is you can't just combo with a black battle card on any attack. It needs to be this card's battle, so it incentivizes you attacking. It's a very aggressive deck.
Yeah.
And activate main once per turn, and this is just the whole boom. Pay 1 energy, and it's not specified black. If there are no battle cards in your opponent's drop area, you can play Bechikabura from your deck.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially,
that's what it is. It's what
Demon
you do.
Realm, Demon God. We're not going to go in detail here because I think this is a leader we need to talk
about. I think we'll do a deep dive into this.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said.
But yeah, you can play Evil Wizard, Demon Realm Race, or Demon God with energy cost 2 or less from your deck, or hand, play it, and then shuffle your deck if you look through it. So you can tutor whatever you want once per turn for 1 energy. If there is no battle card in your opponent's drop area, if you are playing against an overwhelm deck, again, this is really easy.
Yeah. This really dunks on Vegex when they overwhelm their trunks.
Yeah.
For their trunks. Also, I love, and obviously because we're using Vegex as this example, you're going to go into Mechikabura, you shut down Vegex because Mechikabura stops something being played.
But again, this is something we're going to talk about.
It's just a really strong
It's
leader.
a really interesting leader, so make sure to keep your eyes peeled on some of the deep dive we're going to do on this.
And then a surprising unison, I think, here. Pycon, Savior from Another Time.
Wasn't he in Heroes helping them fight against something?
He might have been, but I don't recall him being there. He didn't make a lasting impression if he was.
I know he was helping fighting against Janemba.
But not in.
I think he was in Heroes somewhere, but everyone was in Heroes.
Everyone was in Heroes. But this, apart from Moro's not in it yet. This card can't attack if it has 2 or fewer markers, so that means we need 3 markers for it to be able to attack. Activate main +1. Choose up to 2 of your black battle cards with an energy cost of 1. They get 10k power for the turn. So if you're keeping track. This card
it's until
plus your
the
leader
end of your opponent's next turn, so it's the same as the leader skill.
Yeah, so you can then give them plus 20k for the.
But I still don't think you want to crit your life for that. No. I think this unison is taking that.
Yeah, and then activate main -3. Play 1 black battle card with an energy cost of 6, and the Union Fusion skill from your drop area or warp. That's quite a good -3, to be honest. I really like it.
Pay 3 energy for a 6-drop.
Yeah.
Why not?
Sure, just gonna do it. And also, if it's one of the cards you warp from your leader effect, perfect, right?
Yeah, exactly, because you can play it from warp.
So yeah, final thoughts on that, Pycon, before we move on?
No, it's perfectly balanced for Gogeta, right?
Yeah.
Made for Gogeta, and it supports what the deck does, and it pulls the best card of the deck.
Yeah. So we've got Dimension Meddler Dabura. Did that in the wrong order. 10k 10k base. Obviously, it's a black card, so X, it can be 1. Interesting, no permanent about it being able to attack.
It's only 10,000 power, it's not 15,000 power, so it doesn't hit Awakened Leader. I think that's about that.
Well, okay, fair. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Maybe that's the balance there then. When you use a black battle card in combo, add a marker to this card. That's once per turn. And then obviously this card gets plus 5k for the turn. So obviously you swing with your leader, you combo. This is with Shroom and Salsa. And then this card becomes a 15k, and obviously you've just warped a card from your opponent's drop area. +0.
Early on I read the card that it gives the combo card plus 5k power.
Does it? Or am I?
No, I think you're right. I think it's the Unison that gets it.
When you use a black battle card in a combo, add a marker to this card, and it gets plus 5k power for the turn. Yeah, this card gets plus 5k power for the turn. Yeah, it's the Burrow.
I think so. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it is slightly weird. It is slightly weird. So activate main. If your leader card is a black Demon Realm Race card, send up to 1 black battle card from your opponent's area to your drop area. Wait, your opponent's area
to their warp.
From their drop to their warp. So you're not plussing a marker for it, but obviously you're getting a marker from comboing.
So you get 2 markers a turn, right?
I was gonna say, yeah.
One during your turn, once during your opponent.
Yep. And then obviously being able to keep removing stuff. It's really good. Activate main, play up to 2 black Evil Wizard, Demon Realm Race, or Demon God cards with different character names and energy cost of 2 from your deck or drop. Then shuffle your deck if you look through it. Again, you can constantly hit that Mechikabura, and it cannot be understated how important Mechikabura.
I think in this situation it's important to mention that it needs to be specified cost of 2. It can't be 2 or less.
True.
You can't play a 1-drop with this card.
But,
whereas with Leader you can pull a 1-drop.
I mean, yeah, but the card you're going for is Mechikabura.
But it needs to be 2 different names, right?
I mean, yeah. I just love
You can't pull a Toa that would pull, for example, Dark Dragon Ball.
That's a very good point. Yeah, so it's a cool ultimate. I don't know how much it'd come up, but like if you really need that Mechikabura to stop your opponent doing something, you've got this and your leader effect to try and do that.
If your opponent is going to this existence of the Bura, you might be surprised how often and how easy it's going to be to go -4.
It'll be interesting. Next up, we have one of my favourite unisons of the set, Toa Dimension Meddler. She's in a powered-up demon god form. I love it. I hope we see more of it. She has Rejuvenate. Black didn't get the shaft this time. Once per turn, if your life is at 3 or less and you remove 5 markers from this card, that's 5 markers and you have to be at 3 or less life. Place 1 card under this card in your drop area, and then and pay the cost of... Wait, what?
The skill cost here is removing 5 markers.
Oh, right, okay.
But this is just to say that they could, for example, put in an energy cost on the card as well.
Okay, right, I'm with you. And then place the top card of your deck in your life. That's what Rejuvenate does.
Yes.
Activate main, you may choose 1 card in your hand, discard it. If you do draw a card, it's just filtering, right?
Yeah, you don't need to discard as well. You can just plus
oh,
one
yeah,
for
you
the
may
sake of
choose.
plus 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got 10k. It can, yeah. I don't know if it'll see much play, but I love it.
And it's a common Rejuvenate that can be used in any color. I think this is here just so in draft or sealed, you can have a Rejuvenate unison.
That makes a lot of sense.
For example, if you decide to play with Lord Slag, which can awaken when you Rejuvenate.
Ah, that's a good point. That's actually really smart. I like that. We're moving on to the 1-drop here, the one that Gogeta is like kind of going for.
Yeah.
It's the one that Pycon's going for. So we've got Catastrophic Premonition, the Super Saiyan version of the Time Patrol Goku. He's got unique double strike, auto once per turn. When your opponent adds a card from their deck to their hand using a non-leader skill, this card gets plus 10k until the end of your next turn.
Yeah, it's... If they use Super Combo during your turn, he gets plus 10k. Then it's until your next turn.
Yeah, so it's not the end of this turn.
Then during their turn, let's say they're going to add another card to the hand, it's going to become 25k until the end of your next turn. And then your turn, it's a 25k. If they add a card to hand again, it's going to be 35k 1-drop.
That's double strike, and that's not including leader and or Pycon.
Yeah, exactly. So if your opponent is not careful about this card can go scary.
But, and I think this is, like, they were very much aware of this. They don't have barrier. They're only 1 cost.
Yes, and they base 5k power, so they're easy to remove.
They are removable, which, God help us if these had barrier. Because we don't move on to that yet. We've got Son Goku, True Fighting Spirit. Love the artwork. He's going for the Nimpopo staff there, by the looks of things.
I think that's the new one, the new episode, isn't it? When they were fighting in the... Oh, no, it's not.
No, it's
I thought
not.
That there's a lava around
it's when they're fighting Freezer, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Deflect. Add 1 card from your life to your hand. When this card attacks, get plus 10k power for the turn. No double strike, no critical, just 10k.
Just self-awakening.
Auto once per turn. If your leader card is a Black Saiyan, when your opponent activates counter skill, they choose 1 card in their hand and send it to their warp. That's kind of nice.
I think this card is an interesting sideboard. For example, Vegex would like to see this when playing against Baby.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good call. I even might side it in Dark Broly if I needed it. I don't know how much I would, but, you know.
I don't think you would need it, but it all depends, right?
Yeah, it's one of those things.
The fact that it has Deflect, I think is huge here.
Because it's going to land and...
Yeah.
I think it could see a lot of play, or it might see no play. I feel like this one could go either way.
Yep, and then we have another 1-drop. But this time Son Gohan SS3 Son Gohan. Marvelous mind.
So bloody beautiful. Oh my god.
Saiyan Earthlink. Not Elflink.
Elfling.
1-drop 4k. Unique. Permanent. If your leader card is a Black Saiyan card, you have 3 or more energy, and there are 15 or more cards in your drop area. This card gets plus 11,000 power and double strike during your turn.
This is really good in Vegex.
This is exactly Vegex support.
This is really good in Vegex.
Support.
And if you aren't convinced it's Vegex support, obviously Trunks is a mainstay in Vegex. Gohan plus Trunks equals Gohanks.
Which is in this set.
Yeah, it's Vegex support through and through. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, look at it, Peter. I can't. It's one of the best looking cards they've done. It's so beautiful.
I was never a big fan of SS3.
You're killing me. You're killing me. I'm literally just going to have a wall of SS3 by the end of this Unison Warrior series. Moving on to Cern Gohan, Catastrophic Premonition. Look at it. I love his design so much. I'm not a fanboy, I promise. There's a reason we were given the black reveals for Draft Box 6. So it's a 1-drop 4K with 0-5 combo. That's kind of important to note, but you know. If your leader card is a Black Saiyan card, when this card is sent from your drop area to your warp by a skill, place this card at the bottom of your deck from your warp. Activate main if your leader card is a Black Saiyan card. You can send this card from your drop area to your warp, and you choose one of your Black Unison cards, place it in its owner's drop area, draw one card, and you can't activate copies of this. Activate main for the turn.
Wait. If your leader card is Black Saiyan card, you send this card to her. This is actually really interesting with the Gotenks Unison, right?
Elaborate?
You play 4 Gotenks Unisons, right? If you calculate properly, and you haven't seen that many of them, you do this Gohan. First you +2 your Gotenks, you attack with it, or +1, whatever it is. You attack with it, deal damage, then use this Gohan, sacrifice that Gotenks, draw a card, and then activate your Vegex leader, mill 5. If you find the Gotenks there, you get another Gotenks.
Okay, I see where you're coming from.
I think this is the idea. And then this one goes back to the bottom of the deck.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because he warped himself.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think that's a really cool little neat combo. Will it come up? Only Vegex players will know. Oh, wow. I've missed this card when we're scrolling through first. Son Gohan and Brainy backup. So that was Goten, right? No, they're both Gohan. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't remember that look of Gohan. It's so weird. I think it's probably because of the angle. So this is our super combo, 4 or less. Where this card is used the combo draw card. So do we not get a super combo for the Rejuvenate?
I'm not sure. We might have more in a different character.
Fair enough.
They're by characters, right?
That is a good point. Vegeta Catastrophic Premonition. I love that that's going to be their moniker for this set. I love it.
Yeah.
It's a unique critical. It's a 1-drop, so this is one that you're definitely going to want to pump. When your opponent plays a battle card with an energy cost greater than their current energy, shock, I don't know any deck that does that. It gets 10k until the end of the turn. This really dicks on Dark Broly, and it's generic enough that this could be a really good tech choice against it.
I'm sorry, but it also digs at Vegex.
Yeah, especially turn 1 where they're just like, I'm going to play you, I'm going to play you, I'm going to play you. I mean, it's basically every deck is what I was getting at.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what the game is right now, right?
But this is a great sideboard choice. Like, I don't know what more you want.
It's strong in every deck because it's generic.
It's great. I don't know what more people want from this card. Yeah. It's great. Vegeta, True Fighting Spirit. So it's 1-drop deflect, add 1 card from your life. When it attacks, it gets plus 10k, so similar to the Goku. If your leader card is a Black Saiyan, when your opponent switches their energy to active mode with a non-awakened a non-awakened skill, choose 1 card in the hand and send it to the warp. This is basically like the Vados and Borgos, right?
Borgos sacked
No, they sack the energy. This is focused on the hand, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's different. It's interesting. It's probably not sticking around.
It's a punish for the counter decks.
Which, that's 2 punishments for counters.
Yeah.
Here.
You have 2 1-drops that are just sitting there and your opponent is just staring down at them.
Look at my baby. Look at him.
SS3 Trunks.
Oh, he's so
marvelous pretty. Might.
He's so pretty.
One drop 4K, unique. If your leader card is a Black Saiyan card, you have 3 or more energy, and there are 15 or more cards. This card gets 11,000 power and critical.
So, can you see the theme here? The Goku family gets double strike, the Vegeta family gets critical. I love it, Peter, I love it. It's so good.
To be fair, you can play those both in Vegex and in Gogeta, right?
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah, they're both really good.
Those are one drops, so you can pump them. Getting 15 or more cards in your drop area might be problematic because you warp mostly.
Yeah. To be fair, I feel like you could probably get away with doing some weird shenanigans with Dark Brawler.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't think it would be consistent enough.
Oh, no. It's definitely not. But shenanigans. Next up, we have Trunks' Catastrophic Premonition. There we go. Look at him. There's the Time Patrol boy. If your leader card is a Black Saiyan card, when this card is sent from the drop area to the warp by skill, place it at the bottom of the deck. If your leader card is a Black Saiyan card, and you send this card from the drop to the warp, and your opponent chooses... And you choose one of your Black Unison cards and put it in the drop. Choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less. Warp it. And you can't activate mains for the turn. Slightly less good.
Why are they insisting on sacrificing your own Unison?
Yeah, I can't figure that out.
Because they're supposed to go with Paikuhan, right?
Yeah.
Why would you sacrifice this?
Not sure. I guess maybe if you get him to 4, you pump him, and then you sack him off.
Maybe.
Yeah, it seems a bit convoluted though, doesn't it?
We haven't seen all the cards, so there might be something there.
Next up we have Super Saiyan 3, Marvelous Might Gogeta. Look at him. Look at him. So beautiful. I'm not a fanboy, honestly.
Not at all.
No. It's a 20k battle card with 0-5 combo, 6 energy, so you can play it from the warp. Because it's got Union Fusion. That's stupid. Like, you can just play it from the warp because it has barrier. It also has Union Fusion. Pay 1 specified black. Peter, your favourite thing in this game.
Yay! We've already been through that.
Yeah. If your leader card is a Black Saiyan only card, oh no, I hate that wording so much. And your opponent has 2 or more energy. Yeah, so you can only do this if they have 2 or more energy. So turn 2. Yeah.
Yeah, turn 2 earliest.
Yeah.
If you go second.
Yeah.
Turn 3 if you go first.
You can and then obviously you can get cards from your warp to do this.
Yeah, that's the new skill, the new replacement that they did.
So we've had being able to Potara from warp, right? And now we've got fusion from
Potara
warp.
from warp and Potara from energy.
So yeah, it's cool. I like it a lot. And then an activate main, Peter, specify black. Place
this card at the bottom of your deck. Play up to 1 Goku Xeno and Vegeta Xeno, both with cost of 1 from your drop area or warp.
It's stupid. It's such a strong effect.
The thing is that the card doesn't have unique.
Nope.
It just brings back cards. But what do you do with those cards? That's my question. Because this doesn't feel like a boss.
No, I agree. This is a super rare, and it's fine. Like it's not
a 1
bad.
20k that you get that you play by putting cards back from your warp to your drop. I think this is going to be a very convoluted, complicated, and gimmicky overwhelm deck.
Quite possibly.
Because you overwhelm and then you use your Union Fusion cards, because there's a second one as well, that put the cards back in your drop.
Yeah.
The second one is Gogeta Fearless Fusion, if you want to go into that.
I will, yes. So this one's a blocker. He obviously same thing. If your leader card is Black Saiyan, Goku and Vegeta Xeno fuse. So there's no energy limit, so you could do this turn 1 if you want. Which 16k blocker turn 1. It's not bad.
But he doesn't grab the 1-drops from the drop, right?
He does not. But when this card is played, choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less, ignoring barrier, warp them. I'd say that's arguably better.
It needs to be cost 4 or less, but yeah, it can remove tons of engines.
Generic black ignoring barrier, because Son Goku and Vegeta Xena are prevalent in black. Like, it's really doable.
Yep.
and the ability to play them from warp means you're not worried about overwhelming, like you said.
Yeah, or just warping them with your leader, right?
Yeah, that too.
Now we go into Gohanks, and I actually haven't read Gohanks cards yet.
Okay, so we've got Marvelous Mike Gohanks. He gets the rare treatment. Why couldn't you give him an SR, Bandai? We'll discuss this at another time. So it's a 20k 05 com. So they've kind of got this balance of 20k 05 6 drops, which is fine. It's not bad. It's not good.
I mean, it's a 20k crit, right?
Yeah, right. It's fine. Like, yeah. So this one isn't Union Fusion, which I found quite interesting.
Yeah.
But activate main, pay 2. If your leader card is a Black Saiyan card, send one Gohan Xena and Trunks Xena from your drop to your warp to play it. So it's not Union Fusion, but it like thematically it is, right? Like,
and the Gohan and Trunks put themselves back at the bottom of the deck,
because
right?
you're using a skill.
Oh, and that actually says Gohan and Trunks, when they warped with a skill, including the leader skill, they will go back to the deck.
Ah, so that's cool.
There is something there.
Activate main. If you have a black unison card in play, place this card in its owner's drop area. Then play a Xena, Gohan, and Trunks
Xeno Trunks
from your deck.
Okay.
And then you can't do a main for the turn. So, it's similar to the SR?
Weird.
Yeah.
But I can see how they're stacking their drop area now.
Yeah. I'm really intrigued to see how this plays out.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
And then we've got Gohanks Master Student Union. I love the card art here. Look at it. Oh my god, it's so fantastic. This is literally the pose he makes when he first forms. I love it. Such a good callback. I'm not a fanboy, I promise. 6 cost, 15k 05. When this card is played, draw a card. If you don't have a Unison card in play, play one black Unison card with no specified cost and 15k power from your drop area with a marker on it. That's what it's for then.
Yeah, that's why you sacrifice. Okay. So as I said, there was something there, and now that makes me want to check something very, very quickly.
What, Dark Broly?
No.
Oh.
No, something worse. Okay, never mind.
What was you thinking?
Oh, I was checking the Towa Unison.
Ah, okay. So yeah, activate main, pay 1 if your leader card is Black Saiyan. Send Gohan, Xena, and Trunks Xena from your drop area to warp to play it. So, pay 1, bring it out, draw a card, get a Unison if you need it. It's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, okay. So it is actually quite interesting for finding the black Unisons with... but there's actually not that many. There's Super Saiyan Broly and Mira.
Is it Super Saiyan? Yeah, it is, because it's Broly BR, yeah.
Yes, it is. This is the BR, yeah. And Mira.
The expansion one?
Yeah, it's 15k.
I think that's what it's aiming for.
I mean, Baikuhan is also 15k, so you have a couple of targets, right?
3 targets. That's not that. That's pretty good actually. Oh, I wish it was the Toa. Yeah, she's 20k. That might explain why she's 20k.
Yes.
Now we move on to. I'll let you take it. I'll let you take it. I will let you take it.
He looks absolutely amazing, and I don't say that a lot.
No, you don't. It is absolutely stunning.
I want to cosplay that now, because black and red is one of my favorite color combinations.
Yeah.
If you ever been in my kitchen.
If you don't know who this is, who is it, Peter?
It's a dark masked king.
Oh, and who is the dark mask?
Devilish Dominator.
Who's the dark mask king, Peter?
It's a 6-drop 25,000 battle card from Vicious Rejuvenation. 1 cost 10k combo. He has Deflect and Triple Strike.
Which in and of itself, that's quite good. Like,
yeah, that's actually... You know that the skills on play are going to...
It's gonna be spice. It's gonna end this super rare slot.
Oh god, yes. Auto, once per turn, when this card attacks, send up to 2 battle cards from your opponent's drop to their warp. If your opponent has 10 or more cards in their warp, switch this card to active mode. Dual attack, triple strike. Also, it doesn't have unique.
Nope.
If your opponent activates a counter skill during a battle with this card, send one card in your opponent's life to their warp. I so want to make some arrival deck that would just taunt my opponent into using a counter play when this card attacks.
And then activate main for 4. It's
if your leader card
unspecified.
is black and your opponent has 3 or more cards in the warp, you can play this from your hand.
So this is coming out turn 4.
Yeah.
There's literally no way around it. This is, if you're playing this, this is coming out turn 4.
I mean, there is a way around it. You have Frieza in green. Because it's auto that removes the battle card.
I guess, right. But still.
But yeah, the card is scary.
That's so good. This is a boss monster for pretty much all of black.
For a lot of it, yeah.
Yeah, like, this is so good.
If it was 30k, I would consider running it in Dark Broly, because Dark Broly has
I
Demon
think
Realm
they
Ravager.
specifically didn't make it 30k for that reason.
Because Demon Realm Ravager is feeling this in, and all the warping from hand.
Yeah, it's still.
I still think I would try to play it. It wouldn't be as good as the part of the engine, but it would be an interesting card to have.
It's a good game ender, easily. And because you do warp a lot in Dark Broly, you warp your opponent's stuff quite a bit.
Yeah, because I'm playing hand control.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot easier to palette this than... I mean, to be fair, you do this and then you end up into your turn 5, which maybe you're running Dark... the Demigra, the secret rare Demigra, which I've been trying in Dark Broly, and it's kind of working out really well. And then turn 6, you Food Shrouded.
No, I'm going for turn 6 Food.
Yeah, but if you do that in back-to-back order, that's kind of nasty.
Next one is Toa, Dimensional Convoker.
Convoke? I've never even heard of that word.
I did, because I play Magic.
What does it mean?
Convoke is actually a keyword in Magic. It means that you can tap your creatures to pay for the mana cost of the card.
Okay.
1 drop 4k, a 0 cost 5k combo.
Why is she
It's a
30k?
Demon Realm race. Demon God, she's not 30k, even though she's in the nice form.
I know, right?
When this card is played, look at the top 5 cards of your deck and add Evil Wizard, Demon Realm Race, or Demon God to your hand. It doesn't check for specific cost. Activate main. Once per turn, pay 1 if your leader card is black. Play up to 1 skillless Demon God card with 15,000 power from your deck or drop. Then shuffle your deck if you looked through it. You can't activate main skill on copies of this card for the turn, and that's a good restriction there.
That's a very good restriction there.
Because there would be lots of spamming.
Then we move into our chain attack. Oh my god, it's Trunks. No, it's Gravy. It's actually, is that the first time we've seen chain attack since Trunks?
Maybe. I don't know.
I just like seeing those like familiar phrases come up. So it's a 2-cost 0/5 combo, 14k power. That's awkward. Why would you do that to me, Bandai? Auto, once per turn. If your leader card is a black Demon Realm Race card, and it's your turn, when you use a black Evil Wizard, Dark Demon Realm Race, or Demon God card in a combo, draw a card. That's awesome. I love that. And then when this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, send up to 1 battle card from your opponent's drop to their warp. I really like this. I just don't know, like the fact that you have to pay for him to get him out kind of annoys me.
Yeah, you need to pay 1 energy, right? He's an evil wizard. You can bring him out from your deck with your leader.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Then this card is now even better than I thought it was.
So now it's a 1 drop 14k, right? And draws a card. Cards.
Okay, yeah, no, it's good. I like him. Chain attack Putin! 2-cost 14k 0/5 combo. When this card is removed from the battle area by an opponent's skill, send 1 battle card from your opponent's drop area to their warp. Activate battle. If your leader card is a black Demon Realm Race card and it's your turn, up to 1 black battle card. Wait, what? Up to 1 black Evil Wizard, Dark Demon Dark.
Demon Realm Race or Demon God card in your combo area gets plus 5,000 combo power for the turn.
Thank you. So it makes it a 10k, right?
But only during your turn.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, Gravy is better because it draws cards.
Yeah.
But they both do something interesting.
She's
Mechikabura, the King's summons.
Look at him. Like, he's gone from sitting down with his orb to slightly standing up.
Free drop 15k, Demon Realm Race. You can't play him
Stop, I've ruined you on it now.
You can't play him from your deck with the...
No, he's a free cost.
Yeah. Activate main, pay 2. If your leader card is a Black Demon Realm Race card, and you place this card from your hand and one card from your life in your drop area. Send one battle card from your opponent's drop area to the warp. Play up to 2 black battle cards with Evil Wizard and or Demon Realm Race with energy cost of 2 and different character names that aren't Mechikabura cards.
It's like they knew what I was going to pick.
Then shuffle your deck.
Yeah, it's fine.
It doesn't negate their skills. You can pay 2 energy to put Gravy and...
Poutine.
I don't know, Towa.
Oh.
Does it need to be specified 2? Oh, specified 2. Never mind.
Yeah,
Gravy and Poutine, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. I like it. It's more Mechikabura. I can't complain. I'm fanboy's gonna fanboy, right?
It's really interesting because you warp a card from your opponent's drop.
Yeah.
That's fine, because that's what you want to do. You play up to 2 black battle cards from your
Could you?
deck. From your deck, yeah.
Wait, no, Peter. Giant Force. There was that Demagra. Was it a 2 cost? It was, wasn't it? Because we were talking about how it has all of the effects of 1 drops, but it's a 2 drop.
Yes, it is.
And it's an evil wizard because it's Demagra.
Yeah. Not sure if this would be pulled, but it is an interesting call, definitely.
It just came to my head then. I was like, maybe that's why it exists.
So we're looking... I think this is a card that we definitely need to talk about more in depth.
It's cool. So we'll move on to Shroom, a new demon god, and probably a new character to the Dragon Ball lore for most of you. Good job, we have a Shroom explained video on the channel.
Somewhere.
Somewhere. It's like the last 2 videos. I was prepared. Okay. I timed that really well. 5 cost, 0-5 combo, 20k power. When this card attacks, send up to 1 battle card from your opponent's drop area to their warp. If there are no battle cards at your opponent's drop area, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and send it to their warp. I actually really like that auto, it's really good. And then activate main, choose 1 of your black skillless cards with an energy cost of 2 or 3, bounce it to your hand, and then play it. So you play this card for 1.
It's a 1-drop 20k.
I'm
Well,
okay
2-drop
with
essentially because you need to pay 1 energy to bring out the skillless version of him, which is the next one. Which looks amazing, all in all.
Look at the Grim Reaper of Dragon Ball. And he is actually referred to as the Grim Reaper, right? It's not just everyone saying that because it looks like it. His name is actually the Grim Reaper. Like, it's cool. And then Salsa. Peter, you can take Salsa.
Salsa, a new demon god. So it's a 5-drop 20k. It's the same as the Shroom, a new demon god. So you can also play him by bouncing a black skillless battle card with cost 2 or 3. And auto, when this card attacks, you warp 1 battle card in your opponent's drop. If there are no battle cards in your opponent's drop, you choose up to 1 black Evil Wizard, Demon Realm Race, or Demon God with energy cost of 2 or less from your hand or drop area and play it.
Hey, look, you get the materials.
You can go infinite with salsas.
It's great. I love it. And then obviously
your opponent needs to combo a lot. And the skillless, it's worth pointing out, went down to 15k.
That's true. That's true.
2-drop skillless used to be 20k, but they have a printed power 5k.
That's why you can combo them. Yeah. Then Temptation of the Mask. Now
I'm actually torn on the card.
Same here. Like, for starters, from a lore point, this has to be one of the coolest cards they've ever made. But it's a 2 cost. It's an extra card. Activate main. If your leader card is a black Saiyan only, and you place 1 black Bardock Xena, King Vegeta Xena, wait. Whoa.
We don't
have King Vegeta Xena.
We also don't have a masked king, whatever, with cost 4 or less.
Oh. We've rumbled you, Bandai. I'm excited now.
There is more about this set that we haven't seen.
Possibly? Or it's set up. I'm yeah. Interesting.
Multicolored black cards.
Multicolour. I mean, we have got our first multicolour black card. And then so Vegeta Xena or Broly card from your drop area to the top of your deck. At the end of your turn, play up to 1 dark Broly card or up to 1 black battle card with an edge cost of 4 or less and masked in its character name from your deck. Then shuffle your deck.
Technically, you can put back Broly and play a masked Saiyan.
Yeah. Yeah,
but the fact that you can play any dark Broly from your deck is the interesting bit.
Right, like the fact that you can get any of them. It's
you can pull the 6 drops from your deck for 2 energy,
it doesn't have to be black. You can get the 7 drop.
Yes, but the 7 drop doesn't do as much if it doesn't have card underneath it.
No, that's true.
You can pull the red 2 drop in the mono black deck.
That might be a way around it, you know. I mean, we already have ways of doing it, but
yeah, we have more. But it's an interesting. I don't think it's good for Dark Broly. I think it's decent for Shroom.
Quite possibly.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, I mean,
Shroom wants an access to Demon Realm Ravager.
Yeah, that's a very good point. It's an interesting one. I think we need to have a proper look into this card.
Yes.
When we have more stuff to deal with, because like you said, I mean, actually, I don't actually know how many Bardock Xena cards we have.
I think a fair bit.
No, because all of the ones from set 11 aren't Xena.
They're not?
No. The SS4 one's not Xena, it's just Bardock.
No, the Overwhelm 6 dual attack is Bardock Xeno.
Is it?
Yeah.
Has it got an errata then? Because I have the card right here.
No, I'm talking about, I think it's a TP promo.
Oh yeah, that one is, but this one's not, which you can't see.
Yeah, the super rare is not, yeah.
Yeah.
Bardock the Resolute from set 10 is Xena.
But
that one requires a
double strike. And then obviously you've got the one from set 4? Set 3?
There is the one from, expansion. No, the anniversary box. Draw 2, discard 1.
So there's a few. Few.
There are some. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, I genuinely I feel like this is future proofing then, so we know we're gonna get King Vegeta Xena. Actually, to be fair, I actually know that makes sense for what they're gonna do if they're gonna do set 12 like I think they're gonna do. So actually, that makes perfect sense. And we're probably gonna get Super Saiyan 3 Bardock as well back. They put the mask back on. It's really cool. It's such a stupidly nerdy moment. We have Dark King's Flash. Counter attack, negate the attack. So it's just a 1 negate for black, so generic, it's there if you need it. But it has the activated main of, if your opponent has 5 or more energy, your opponent can't play battle cards using leader skills until the end of their next turn.
Why does it need to be 5 or more energy?
I don't know. I literally could not figure this out. 3 or more? 4 or more? Like,
this card feels like it wants to do certain things, but it doesn't do it well.
No. I mean, like, let's not take away from the fact it's a negate if needed, like, but
there are better ones.
Yeah, I guess it's multi-purpose, right? And then we have Explosive Barrage / 2 drop. I was about to say the name of the card again. That's not what it does, Scott. It does counter attack if your leader card is Black Saiyan, negate the attack. Then if you don't have a Unison card in play, play one Black Unison card with no specified... Actually, this is really good. I've just realised how this is really good. Yeah, no, that's...
But to be honest, you need to use it on the last attack of a turn.
Yes. Set up, like, you've got to set it up, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, more cards that force you to sequence in a good way, I'm on board with.
And you can play around it by not attacking.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Then you just made your opponent take a lot of damage for nothing.
Exactly. So it's a really cool card. Also, like, I feel like this could be a tech choice for Dark Broly, like, especially if you're playing for like the.
If you are playing that Broly Unison, then yes.
Yeah, like if you depending on the deck, right? And I think this could be huge for that deck.
I think this card could actually make me play that Unison.
Yeah.
Because then I don't need to defend the Unison.
No, that's a very good point. So yeah, like a really cool card to end on. I'm just gonna say it's an S. I can't, like, there's no way this doesn't get an S for me.
It's really interesting, and it has nothing to do with being fanboy, because I don't know majority of what's happening on those cards. But the design, the gameplay from this feels fresh. Like, they did the Union Fusion. Technically, they just took the old mechanic, but they made it something interesting. They made 2 different fusions work in the same deck on opposite sides and make sure you don't mill out with warping 5 cards a turn.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
That was a really interesting thing. And then they made this amazing aggressive control deck.
With 2 characters nobody knew about.
And with this amazing finish of the Dark Masked King.
Yeah, I honestly, the fact that these 1-drops exist are also really interesting to me. There's no way these cards don't get seen.
This is a well-designed black.
Yeah.
Because this still, again, I'm going to go back to when we were talking about Dark Broly, right? This feels like black because it plays around with the drop area, which I think they mentioned in the designer notes. But it's different. It plays with a drop area, but in a way we haven't seen yet. And it plays with your opponent's drop area.
Yeah, I love the idea of just, like, it's not making sure it's empty. It's specifically warping battle cards. I feel like it's gonna mess people up who rely on spark encounters.
Yes, there is that. I think a lot of people will forget that it's checking if there is no battle cards in a drop, not if there's no cards in a drop. Sorry.
It's a very exciting time. We aren't even touching on the Xeno aspect of what this leader could do. That's definitely for another time. But overall, for me, obviously, theme-wise is a big part of it. But like you said, Peter, they've made Union Fusion interesting in a way that it wasn't just, here's generic 2 black cards with the same power, fuse them. It involves that warp, which is what black is known for. We have 2 really cool new Unison cards in Pycon and Dabura. We have a generic Rejuvenate. I was going to say, we have a generic Rejuvenate, which is, whether it's played or not, it's good to have.
Seeing it at common, I just think that this is essentially for the sealed play.
And that's fine.
Which is nice. Which is nice that they're considering. Because they're discontinuing the draft boxes. So it's nice that they're still considering sealed play and draft play. Yeah. Which I would like to see more of. Because it's an interesting system. It's an interesting gameplay that supports buying more packs.
Yeah. And just really cool cards in general. Like, lots to love here. And it also shows we are not done at all with this Dark Demon Realm race. And I cannot extend how much love I have to give Bandai and the design team for this. We have gone from just random cards, like really cool cards, like from set 1 to set 2, to set 3, to set 4, set 5, set 6. You know what I mean? It was just random, right?
Yeah.
We have gone from set 10 all the way through to set 12, and we know set 13 is going to continue this. They're about a third of the way through of the Dark Empire.
Well, question is, what's going to be the next
Dark King
series, right?
Oh, the series, yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they're going to try and wrap it up, because this is huge. This whole set is very Xeno focused, and I feel like Set 13 might bring it back into just bringing Black being the Xeno stuff again. But yeah, there's so much potential left to go, and the fact that we've not seen, I mean, we've had the Unison, but we've not had the Vegeta Xeno yet. We've not got the Dark King yet. Like it said there, we've not seen King Vegeta Xeno.
There's tons of things we haven't seen yet, and
this is how you tease future sets whilst also being a powerful set in and of itself. Yeah, I can't sing its praises enough. It's easily an S. I'll leave you with the final thoughts.
No, I agree with that, because essentially you said everything there is to it, right? This is a well-made hype for the game. I have one issue with this.
That's fine. Nothing's perfect.
It's no issue with set. It's not issue with how they make a hype. It's the timing.
Okay.
They did it just before Christmas, and the set is available 22nd January.
Yeah.
They misplaced their resources here.
And I think that's part of a larger conversation we can have another time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely something that keeps cropping up with Dragon Ball.
Yes.
And it has to be mentioned.
It's missed opportunities.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a different conversation, which I think we should tackle at some point, because apparently all we do is talk.
Yeah, so take us home, Peter. Take us home. Do the spiel.
Guys, if you enjoyed this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It does help us grow a channel, and we can do more of that. And yeah, join on our channel for deep dive on a couple of cards from this that we want to talk more in detail in. That's going to take us way longer than 10 minutes. And yeah, let us know what cards do you want to see more, what makes you excited about this, and yeah, stay tuned for the next graded, which is apparently throughout the weekend. We're supposed to get the rest of the cards. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.